Hey guys, welcome to the Charlie Chang Show. So I have Nate O'Brien here as a guest today, and we are doing 72 questions with him. So I did an Instagram story asking you guys for your questions, and we got 72 questions here, and we're just gonna rapid fire them and just give me like a quick answer.
Let's do it. Cool? Yeah.
All right, first question. What's the most expensive thing you own, not including your property or car?
Oh, I got this watch, and it was $4,500.
Whoa.
But that's it, and I don't have a lot of expensive stuff.
Okay. What's something that inspires you that you don't have yet?
I don't have a family yet. I'm 22, so I think that'd be something to be nice to have eventually.
What's your favorite cuisine?
I don't know, just a nice burger. Like I identify that as if I was on death row and I get my last meal,
Yep.
get a nice burger, gourmet burger.
Okay. Best city for real estate investing in your opinion?
Austin, Texas. I mean, it's going up so much. Obviously, there's high property tax, but
yeah. Are you going to buy there soon?
Hopefully.
Nice. What courses do you recommend for learning about stocks?
I don't recommend courses. There's just so much free information.
What do you plan to do after you retire?
Just live in the woods somewhere, maybe build a cabin.
Which one do you choose? One, money, or two, a pleasant life, and why?
Pleasant life, of course.
I mean, you can have both, right?
I guess, but you don't really need money. I mean, I guess it's nice to have, but it's just a tool.
Yeah. What is your hobby?
What is my hobby?
If you had one top hobby.
I love YouTube. I love just making videos and connecting with people. So much fun.
Are you planning to have a podcast like on Spotify?
Probably not. I just don't see the need for it. I'm going kind of behind the scenes lately.
Hi Nate, wondering what is your dream job if you want to work for someone else?
If I wanted to work for somebody else, I think it'd be so much fun just doing something really simple. Just doing some landscaping. That sounds ridiculous, but just like
heard it here first.
Something where you're outside. I guess it's a lot of labor intensive, so that would probably get old, but yeah.
Do you have an end goal in sight? In 10 years, where will you be and what will you be doing?
My goal is pretty much just basically become financially free for the rest of my life in the next couple of years, and then just have the ability to choose what I want to do for the rest of my life, right? So I don't have to worry about money. I can, if I want to get a job for $10 an hour, I can do it. If I want to start a charity, I can do it.
So. Do you think you're going to work if you get to that point?
Yeah, probably.
What's your favorite snack?
I like pretzels, just nice classic pretzels. Pennsylvania, I think, pumps out some of the most pretzels in the world.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a big pretzel state.
If you could only choose one place to travel to for the rest of your life, where would it be?
I would probably just up in the Rocky Mountains somewhere in Colorado.
Has wealth impacted your personal relationships in any way?
Not really. No. I feel like you can get a good understanding of people and their intentions.
Have you lost any friends?
A couple, but just because we had different sort of priorities or things that we were kind of focusing on in life.
Okay. Single best way to have your money work for you?
The stock market. I mean, just general index funds. I'm not a financial advisor.
Best books to read for someone trying to invest and learn about stocks?
I love the For Dummies books. People always trash talk them,
Those
but just read the For Dummies, like Stock Market for Dummies, and you're going to get a nice base understanding of what's going on.
What did you major in?
I went in for agriculture business at Penn State, and then I switched it to marketing, and then I dropped out.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I know you're not a tax expert, but best YouTube account to learn about tax advantages for side hustles?
That sounds pretty specific. There's a couple of tax channels though, right? There's Clear Value Tax, although he makes stimulus content now. I don't know many other tax channels though.
Mark Kohler and my friend Carlton Dennis.
Yeah,
they also have some good channels.
Great.
Check those out. How do you remain consistent uploading YouTube videos without getting burnt out?
Oh, it's a big problem. So what I would suggest for that is just create multiple different types of channels. So when you feel burned out on one channel, you can go onto your other channels. I always do that.
What do you do besides YouTube?
I love traveling. Kind of hard to do that now, but travel, YouTube, go on long walks in the woods. I don't know.
Right. Why are you so infrequent with uploads?
I like to think quality over quantity, and I don't want to have to feel like I'm forcing myself to put out a video. So sometimes I just don't really feel like I need to.
I feel like your channel's gotten to a point where you have so much evergreen content that you don't need to have super frequent videos, right?
I don't want to half-ass a video and put something out that I know is not going to perform well just because I have to hit a quota.
Yeah. Why should you or shouldn't you go to college or uni?
I think people should go to college. I know a lot of like the online entrepreneurs say don't go to school, but I think you should. I have no regrets of going to school. It's expensive, so try to cut some costs there, right? You can go to community college or you can get some scholarships, but I think people should go.
What's your favorite national park?
I love Yosemite.
That's your top one?
Yeah, definitely. I've been there a few times.
What is your opinion on the app Acorns? And this brings us to our sponsor for the video. I'm just kidding. Yeah, what's your opinion about Acorns?
I was going to say some bad things, and then you said sponsor. You know what? They're not bad, but they do take kind of a high fee for my liking. So
okay. How much is their fee? Right
I don't quite know. They've been changing it up a lot, but it used to be 0.25%.
Okay.
I feel like they changed it up to like $1 a month or something. But either way, I'm not a huge fan of it. Also, they don't offer me a lot for sponsored videos, so I don't know if I can say that, but yeah.
Ooh, doing you wrong. Okay. How often do you trade your stocks or financial assets?
I really try to hold everything for at least a year so that I don't get hit with that short-term tax. So if you hold it for more than a year, you get long-term capital gains tax, which is going to be at 15 or 20%. So I really do my best to hold it for a year, but if my stock's just not good anymore, like if the fundamentals are not there, then I will sell it off before then if I have to.
And I'll say the more money you make, the higher your tax bracket for those short-term gains. So it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Are you more a value or growth investor?
I probably would say a combination. I mean, I have a good amount of growth stocks, but more so lately, back in the fall, I shifted a lot from the tech sector over to a lot of the travel industry, actually.
Okay.
And going more into utilities now for 2021.
So can you give like a brief allocation of like what sectors your stocks?
For my individual stocks, I would say that probably almost half of them right now are somehow related to the travel industry, whether it's airlines or whether it is plane companies like Boeing and Airbus. And I try not to talk too much about personal stocks, but I'm in a little bit deep into some of those travel companies.
Cool. How have you been taking care of your mental health?
Just take breaks and don't push yourself too hard. You know, like that's why I don't make a ton of videos sometimes, because I just say, you know what, I could try to make a bunch of videos this week, or I could just relax, hang out, go to the beach, and yeah. So just being able to take those breaks is super good, super helpful.
Is it important to have a job at the start of your journey, even if you hate it?
Yeah. I mean, you need to make money somehow, right? So for me, I was in college, but I started my YouTube channel in college, and right, so like you can't just quit your job and just say I'm doing a business or something. Like you got to build it up on the side, right?
Yeah. Agree. If you could go back to when you first started out, what would you do differently?
I'd probably upload more often, because my first couple years I uploaded like once a month or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, okay. And in the beginning that's the most important.
Yeah, but you still saw pretty good growth, right?
Yeah, but it took time.
Yeah. What's the one thing you would tell to college students who graduated recently?
Don't put clip art on your resume.
What?
I swear, I just hired somebody, and there's so many, I was reading through resumes, like hundreds of resumes, and there were just graphics and like just weird things. Don't put Google Docs on your resume. So maybe just research how to make a good resume.
Okay. What do you think about e-commerce and drop shipping?
Oh, it's great. I have friends who make millions from it, but also watch out for the scammers and the people who are selling you like a $2,000 course on how to drop ship. Yeah.
Strategy play. Should you make browse/explore content or long tail searchable videos?
Long tail search. This is also why I don't upload a ton of videos, because I have videos that rank for search. So it just brings in views every day.
Yeah. How do you start affiliate marketing with $0? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
YouTube. I mean, you can start a channel for free. You can put your link in there, or you can start a blog. People think it's funny to start blogs in 2021, but I have friends who do it and they make money.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
What would you do with your first $5,000 at 18 years old?
Wow, tough question. I would invest it into your own business, because you can combine the amount of time that you have on your hands with that amount of money and really make it grow quickly.
This person went from 30K to 217K to 157K all within the past year. How do you better preserve capital?
Sounds like they're going into some pretty risky investments.
Right, yeah.
So I would say that I always like to have a certain amount of cash on hand. I try to go for 25 to 30% cash. Okay. And then just allocate across a number of different types of assets, so it shouldn't fluctuate that much, or it helps me sleep better at night.
That's a lot of fluctuation.
Yeah.
But still going from 30K to 157K, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
My mom asks, how did you and Charlie get connected?
Hello, Mom. And I think we just connected through Instagram. I think actually I found you on Instagram Reels or maybe TikTok, and then we just connected like that. But we have a lot of mutual friends as well.
Yeah. I've been watching Nate's channel for like years. So when he liked my reel or content, I was like,
yeah.
Whoa, it's Nate. Can you dunk, bro?
I used to be able to dunk a volleyball in high school.
That's impressive.
Like I was working my way up with the tennis ball, and then
Yeah.
you kind of work up, and then I never got to the basketball.
But how tall are you?
Like 6'3". I should be able to dunk, but I
That's still pretty good.
can't jump.
Okay. What did you do as a beginner to have capital for investment?
I started my own business. I mean, YouTube really,
Mm-hmm.
because if you start with $100 to invest and you double your money, you get crazy growth. You only have $200, right? So it takes money to make money,
Yeah.
right? And it really helps a lot to have that. So find a way to start your own business is the best way.
How has minimalism impacted your mental health and clarity?
It's great. I love it. I mean, you saw me show up here with just a backpack.
He's on a 1 week trip with literally like a small backpack.
Yeah,
Crazy.
there's just no need to have tons of stuff. And it definitely, like if my room is cluttered, if my apartment's cluttered, I just feel like my brain's cluttered. So I need to keep things in order. It's not OCD, but it's just, it doesn't have to be crazy like the spoon, the knife, and the fork has to be lined up. But, just like some level of order and cleanliness, definitely.
What's your opinion on social media marketing agencies, SMMA?
Yeah, you can make a lot of money with them. I mean, I know people who, they ask me all the time, like, hey, can you run our Instagram page for us or something? And I say, I can't, I don't have the time for it, but then I refer them to some of my friends who have agencies, and you can get people on retainer, $2,000 a month for somebody, and you can help them with their social media. So
I think it's a great business model.
Yeah, and if you're Gen Z or a millennial, or honestly anyone, you probably have a good understanding of how social media works, right? So.
Yeah. What are the things you see going wrong with young entrepreneurs?
Hustle culture. I like Gary Vee, but I just think the mentality that you need to put your head down and grind and not pick it up until you're 29, I think it's wrong. I think you should be able to take a step back and analyze and also enjoy life. Because sometimes my best moments, my best thoughts come from when I'm on the beach somewhere, not working, not grinding, but that's when you have some of the biggest breakthroughs.
When did you realize that you needed to get out of the rat race?
Technically, I never really was in it.
Have you ever worked a normal
No.
job?
One day I worked a job for a truck company for 12 hours, and I didn't like it. So then I just started selling firewood and mowing lawns. And
Okay.
yeah, that's just because my grandfather was a landscaper, so he had paved his own route, and I thought I'd like that concept. So
How do you research about stocks that you'll be investing in or potentially be investing in?
so every company's going to put out financial documents for the year, like a Form 10K. That's one of the best ways. It's going to be almost like a book of information. That's one of the best ways to learn about a company. But also, you can just Google it. I mean, it's the power of the internet.
What were your difficulties when you just started your business?
Probably just time. I mean, I was in college, so I had a bunch of classes and also a social life, a lot of friends. So like I was trying to do it all at the same time. So just learning time management, and I had to start saying no to things, with like partying or going out. I had to start saying no to that so I could focus on my business a little bit in the beginning.
What pushed you to want to start your YouTube and financial journey?
With YouTube, it's just so much fun connecting with people, and I'm an introvert, so it's more difficult for me to talk to somebody on the street than it is to talk to cameras here. So it's just a way to connect with people, make tons of friends just through the internet. It's crazy.
Do you believe crypto will ever replace the dollar? If so, when do you think that will happen?
Big question. I don't know if it's going to replace the dollar, but it obviously has a place in our future. I am invested into cryptocurrency. What it is very risky, so you got to have a strong stomach for it, and make sure you can sleep at night when your Bitcoin's plummeting, right?
Best way to make money online when you're on a very tight budget?
I shouldn't say YouTube because I've already said that so many times. My sister sells a lot of products from she goes to thrift shops, she buys clothes, and she sells those clothes on like Depop and other places, and she pays her rent with it. So.
Wow. What are your thoughts on day trading? Have you tried it, and do you think it works?
It's really time intensive. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but like if you want to make money with day trading, you got to be at your computer, right? You can't automate it. So I don't do it personally. But I do know some people who make money with day trading. Yeah.
How do you get the most out of a credit card?
You can have multiple different credit cards, and for what purchase you're making, okay, this one gets me 3% back if I use it on groceries, and then my other credit card gets me 5% back on travel. So you can if you have multiple credit cards, you can use them for different types of purchases.
What's something you wish you started earlier?
I wish I started journaling earlier, writing down my thoughts. I started it 5 years ago, but it would be nice if I could track my thoughts when I was 13 years old and see what was going through my mind.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
When would you suggest leaving a corporate job to pursue a side hustle / business full time?
once you have a big enough cushion that you can live for at least a year, so you have to have a lot of savings or a lot of investments you could live off of, but also probably I would say at least the income should surpass your current income at the moment, because it can fluctuate a lot with your own business.
What are your thoughts on regulating Wall Street?
I mean, hedge funds versus the people. I don't know. It's a battle. But people with money control the government. I don't want to sound like conspiracy theorists here, but it's true.
What are your favorite books you read when starting out?
Starting out with investing, The Intelligent Investor definitely was one of my favorites. But if for business, one of my favorites is The 4-Hour Workweek. Just the thought process. I feel like I've really adopted a lot of that of making sure that you're being efficient with your work so that you don't have to work all the time.
What are your top 3 favorite personal finance hacks?
My favorite personal finance hacks. One of them is that if you want to go on a trip somewhere, if you're camping, go to BLM land, Bureau of Land Management. There's so much free government land. You don't have to pay for it. You can just camp on it, live on it for as long as you want. Oh. No hotel expenses. I don't know if that counts as a hack. Other financial hacks that I like, not having a car if you don't absolutely need one, because transportation is the second largest expense for us, only behind housing, right? And the third one maybe is if you're young, live with roommates. I actually enjoy living with at least 1 to 2 other people versus living by yourself is just kind of weird. Mm-hmm. So live with roommates, you save money if you're in your 20s or even in your 30s. Yeah.
Top 3 crypto picks.
Oh my God, I don't know. I mean, the ones that I own, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink. But that's not, I don't know if you should buy it or not. That's just what I own.
What do you want to be known for in life?
Just providing value, I think. I mean, I don't really need to be known for anything. But just, as somebody who's not scamming people or going, I don't know. Like, awesome. I don't really think of that too much.
How do you structure your day?
I try to wake up at the same time every morning. Lately, it's been kind of a mess. But waking up at the same time every morning, putting your phone on the other side of the room for when you wake up, and then for really structuring it, I always structure it the night before. So I have it planned out, but you need to create these little pockets of like things where, maybe you didn't get something done or something came up. So you create like these little circuit breakers of like an hour a piece throughout your day that are like your free time, flexible time. Because if you try to just load up your calendar, you're gonna have things that come up and it's gonna be a mess and it's gonna be just a fiasco.
What's one lesson you learned from a mistake that you made as a young entrepreneur?
Be careful of who you surround yourself with, actually. There were a couple of people that I connected with and I made a video with and then realized they just weren't very good people. So just think about who you're associating yourself with, who your friends are, right? And really try to like read into who they are as a person. And if they're not a good person, just don't connect with them. There's almost 8 billion people in this world.
What do you value the most?
Time.
How do you prioritize productivity without becoming obsessed with prioritizing productivity?
You just have to look at what your goals are at the end of the day, and don't set your goals too high to the point where you're putting too much stress on yourself.
What is the top financial goal you want to accomplish in 2021?
Probably just becoming totally financially free for the rest of my life.
Wow.
So might get there. We'll see. I don't know.
That's a huge goal. Wow. How do you get disciplined to accomplish something that you have started?
It can be difficult, but you just have to really want it. Like it has to be something that you line up with. Like if I want to become a figure skater, I'm not going to be disciplined because I don't really want to be a figure skater, right? So you have to want it.
Nate, could you live a regular 9-to-5 lifestyle or would you go crazy?
I don't think I would live a 9-to-5. I think I would rather just, no, I would just...
So you'd go crazy?
I'd go crazy.
What should a 21-year-old do to get on the path of financial freedom?
Save money? I don't know.
Save money.
Save money, yeah. Save money.
I mean, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, save money.
Okay, this guy, Nate O'Brien asks, would you rather have a head the size of a tennis ball or a watermelon?
I think I would say watermelon because then I could just tell people I have a massive brain, right?
You wouldn't? What if you had a small brain in that watermelon size?
That doesn't matter. It's the look. You say, I have a big brain, that's why my head's a watermelon.
Got it. Did you get discouraged during your early YouTube career when starting out?
No, because even when I had 40 subscribers, I viewed that as a classroom full of people. So it's all about perspective, right? If you compare yourself to people with 10 million subscribers, you're going to feel really small.
What is your long-term portfolio, like your stock picks that you're holding for 5 years or more?
A lot of travel companies, at least 5 years.
As a minimalist, what's your favorite thing to splurge on for yourself?
Probably, I love doing trips and things like that. Like I'll take people on vacations, so it doesn't acquire more things. It's not materialistic, but it's still an experience. So experiences.
What stocks or ETFs would you recommend for a Roth IRA?
Oh, I don't know. VOO, but I can't recommend, but just a basic S&P 500 index.
What are your thoughts on real estate investing?
I don't have any real estate properties because I just don't want to have to spend time even thinking about it. So, but it's good.
What did you start doing first? Any businesses as a teen?
Yeah, my first business was I would sell a lot of eggs for my chickens. So that was the first one. I think I was 11.
What would you define the state of the market today?
Bubbly.
And that's it.
Oh, that was all the questions?
That was all the questions.
Wow, we really went through those.
Yeah, I hope you guys got some value out of this video. I assume most of you guys watching this probably already watched Nate, but if you don't already somehow, follow his channel. He makes amazing content, and stay tuned for the next video.